Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. I'm going to do one cast this evening. It is Wednesday the 25th of August. I have boated up here to the cable. They're still running, it's really 180 megawatts or over 11,000 CFS, which is not quite 4 full units, but it's close. They actually ran water this morning. I'm not sure what time they turned it on. Somebody said 6, but I don't think it was that early. But they ran 20 to 25 megawatts of water till about noon or 1 o'clock. Then they kicked on 2, and then they kicked on all this. So I'm gonna try throwing a jig. Got an 1/8 ounce white jig on, 4-pound line. Actually throwing my 7-foot light action spinning rod. I'm right at the cable on the south side. This is sometimes where you catch a walleye. I really am trying to stay below that cable. Sometimes that water will carry me above the cable, and I've really got to be careful. I came up here and put my spot lock on, and it took me about 50, 60 feet past the cable before I even knew it, and it was still going. Crazy trolling motor. Yeah, the current in the corner is pretty unpredictable. I'm kind of trying to get in position where I can get a good cast at this corner. All right. Too many things down at my feet. Bottom. Current's not really taking my jig downstream like I want it to. Now it is. Nothing on the first cast. I got out a little bit. Well, I got out when they were still around that 20, but not for very long. I got out just as they were kicking it on. And I boated up to the Narrows, and I was going to do one cast there. And I didn't take an anchor. I just put the big motor in the gravel because it was only about 6 inches deep, and jumped in the water, waited a little bit, trying to get the feel for what was going on, and water started coming up, and because I didn't have the boat anchored. And I was out of the boat. I was very conscious about having the boat leave me with the water coming up, so. Oh, almost threw it on the bank. I'm gonna stay up here a couple more casts and I'm gonna go on down. I'm fishing white because there are some browns that are starting to move up and they like white. Rainbows will like it too sometimes. And those walleye like it too. I'm not really getting the drift that I want. Oh, they're starting to drop the water. Ah, That's why I'm not moving. So the water just dropped about a foot. So I'm gonna back way out. I brought some rods with 2-pound line, so if they really drop the water and it really slows down, I'm gonna go to a 16th or a 32nd, and I might have some fun up here. Ooh. Ooh. See, I'm not even on the trolling motor. I'm not drifting, so I got a good fish. Ooh, oh my gosh. Might be. Ooh, I don't know what it is, but it is big. I think it's a big walleye. Oh boy. I'm gonna hit the spot lock because there's no current here now. Yeah, that's a big old stinking walleye. Ha ha! I don't catch too many walleye up here. You see all these pictures of guys catching them up here. Oh boy, guys are gonna be jealous. He didn't fight super hard. Okay, I'm gonna grab the jig because it's right in the edge of his mouth and it just came out. Well, now what am I gonna do? You can't lip these suckers. Ooh, and they got fins. And I actually am not gonna keep this fish. Hey, like that. Ah. That was fun. Let's see what else I can catch up here. I was hoping it was a big brown. Oops. I'll make sure my trolling motor doesn't take me above the cable again. Told you they like white. I'm about 90 feet from the bank right now. There's no current. So well, I can still see water coming out of the turbine, so they haven't shut it off. Heck, I could just go on home. And when you're up here, you cannot throw above the cable. No fishing above the cable. I've seen guys pull up to the cable and just wing it as far as they can. The agents love to sit in the trees and watch people up here.
Okrećak, špejca, to nije. I u osnovu mi nastavim
I'm going to stay up here just a couple more minutes, then I'm going to head down. I really would like to stay in the current, and there is no current over here in the corner now. Okay, we're going down. Tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go across. Fish the other side. Actually kind of fish the middle, but I'm going to fish off this other side. Not much current here either. Fish are starting to midge a little bit. Oh yes. Nice big fat rainbow. Yeah, I missed that one. Ooh, my button stuck. My trolling motor. I think I can turn that a little more. I might get up on the deck. Well, I'm still kind of shaking a little bit. Those guys behind me in the boat are bait fishing, and the people over on the bank are bait fishing. Okay, I'm gonna go to my 2-pound stuff. Smaller jigs. The water is still dropping out, and I'm gonna be able to work something a lot slower. So I got a sculpin with a brown head. Two-pound line, 16th ounce. I just about should, I'm probably going to go to a 32nd ounce here in a minute. They're really midging. I really need to go to 32nd ounce. Yep. I'm gonna have to tie something on here real quick. And the reason is those fish have kind of come up to the surface. I mean, it's not super deep here anyhow, but they're midging. And I have to work a 16th ounce jig too fast to keep it up in the water column. I also have my fly rod I could put on a midge. Try this. See if they want to chase. If not, I put on a black and a red 32nd ounce jig. I'm gonna have to head downstream here pretty soon, or I'm not gonna get stuck, but I'll have to use my throw motor to get out. Okay, I'm gonna go on down. Okay, I've voted down here to the big hole. I'm past the big gravel bar, so I'm fairly safe. I'm also down in deeper water, so I'm going to use a 16th ounce sculpin and ginger jig, the brown head. As you can see, the fog's starting to roll in. So it might be a long trip home. Oop. Yeah, just had a bump. Yes. Good fish. Did not bring my oxygen meter, but it seems to be pretty good. Oxygen, these guys are kind of coming in quick though. Not making any big runs. About 15, 16 inches. A lot of times I don't like catching a fish on the first cast. It's like, then I don't catch nothing. Fog's pretty. I don't like driving through it. It's pretty when it rolls in like that. They're not midging here like they were up at the cable. Ah. Missed him. I have to be honest, I was not enthused about doing one cast. As I was saying, to be honest, I was not excited about doing one cast. Marcia and I, we have 3 storage lockers up the road and 2 resort, 1 personal. The personal is like most people's storage. We just never go there, and the stuff that's there we don't need. So we wanted to consolidate. Well, we picked one of the hottest days of the summer this afternoon to go up there and go through it and pull stuff out, throw stuff away. Took some boxes home to go through some boxes, and took the rest over at the resort storage deal. So I took 2 showers through that little ordeal, and I was pretty wasted. So I called Blake. He's busy. I usually call Blake when I don't want to do one cast. He'll always do it, but he bowls on a league. Tonight he's teaching a class. Everybody else is gone home. So, I don't think that was a boat. No, I haven't even dropped my trolling motor, so, and I'm getting a pretty low battery. Oh, that was a nice fish. It just came up and ate a little midge. Ooh, I might just had a touch there. But I got up here, and actually just the ride up was pretty nice. Kind of rejuvenated me a little bit. Catching that walleye. Pretty sweet. Oh, yeah, that's bottom. Got some moss. Algae. Okay. I might just lose you as far as the battery going dead. Comes the fog. I'm going to change up my retrieve just a little bit. I'm going to kind of swim it. Let it drop, but swim it instead of popping it up. Try to keep it down close to the bottom. I might try throwing that little. There's one. The line went slack. Another good fish. You always want to change up your retrieve. Now see how this fish is just coming in? I think the oxygen is low this evening. This fish should have given me a fit. And he didn't. On the Core app, if you want an app on your phone like we've got that you can watch the flows, a lot of lakes, just search USACE, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Little Rock. And then top left corner is releases, I think. And then you go down to Table Rock Lake. And at the bottom of that page, there's some more links. And one of them is temperature and DO, I think is what it's called. And you go there and you can see the graph and see, and it correlates when they run water. You can see it drops way down when they're not running water. Of course, doesn't mean that's what the water is in the lake itself. That's just means that wherever their gauge is, it's basically what the water is on Table Rock on the other side of the dam at 130 feet, my understanding. And then you can see that when they run water, they start injecting liquid oxygen into the water and it shows up on that gauge. And I thought it was interesting that, oh, there was a little tap. I thought it was interesting that, I'll follow. When they start running water, that thing jumps up to about 7 parts per million and peaks and then goes right back down. And I just asked Shane Bush about it, texted him. I think we need to have a little more conversation about it, but I don't know why it does that. And it goes back down to 4, and that's what the last reading was 4 parts per million. And that's the bottom of what the feds call good water, good clean water. Anything below 4 is called you're polluting. So the dam, being a federal, he just barely caught. Being a federal agency, has to keep that water above 4 or they will be polluting Lake Taneycomo and hurting the fish. There's another little tap. And 4 is the bare minimum, and that's not bare minimum. If it drops below 4, it's not going to kill the fish, but they can't thrive. But, there he is. Woo. I hope you guys can see all this. Look how good fish. My feet are cramping. Sorry, I didn't drink enough water after sweating all afternoon. Now this one's fighting a little better. Oh, I got him under the chin. I think. Yeah, well, kinda. Oh, I can't sit down. Too many things here. Oh, I just barely got him outside the mouth. Just right up underneath the chin. I might have to come up here and do this more often. Dwayne said, you know, he takes a lot of night trips, and he said fishing's been really good. Jig fishing when they shut the water off like this, so I'm gonna throw kind of down and across. Still got a little bit of current. It's just kind of draining out. That was bottom. I'm not real keen on throwing downstream. I like to throw across. So we are gonna go. See, I don't have my trolling motor in the water yet still. So we're gonna throw this way. Off the back. Excuse me, Jackson. What is going on? My line is acting like I'm getting a whole bunch of bites. Here comes those guys that were up there on the boat, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. They don't know better. They can get stuck up there and spend the night. I think I just grabbed some moss. Yep. It gets real sluggish when you get moss on your jig. It just feels heavy when you go to jig. Try to stand on my toes, keeping them from cramping up. Next cast, I'm going to throw my 32nd ounce because this water is not quite as deep as what I've been in. All the way over here. I'll throw this for a minute and then I'll call it quits. It's kind of hard to stop. I'm working it pretty slow. I'm still in 7 foot of water. It's normally 3 or maybe 4 feet here. 3.5 when the water's all the way down. Yep, it's gonna be a long ride home. I'll let it sink till it hits the bottom. Tell you what, I'm going to throw that 16th a couple more times. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. It's right here. Okay. One more cast after this. Oh, I think I got a bunch of moss. I would say so. Does not want to come off. So I need to work a little faster. With 6 foot of water. Oh, moss. You get down too deep and that's what you're gonna grab. All right, I'm gonna say goodnight. Say goodnight, Jackson. Thanks for watching. It was fun. 2 nights in a row, we caught some good fish. And we'll do it again tomorrow. See ya. So my battery gets so low on the GoPro it won't let me shut it off, so I just let it run. I'm just below the boat ramp. I just took a nice rainbow, and he's coming right in. Well, kind of.